So I wanted to show a little bit of the process that goes into creating a character. Um, for me, when I first write the character, it has to do with concentrating on what I want the character to portray, but the character also reflects the personality that goes along their world and the people they're interacting with. Once I have that part written, I start or sort of figured out. I start with sort of mind maps, and the character is sort of fledged out on paper. I go into this more physical, kinesthetic part of me because of my acting background. I think it makes it easier, and without getting too much into it, I sort of idealize this character and see what the character is like in my mind. It becomes more tangible and something that I can structure and use when it comes to writing it down. But when it comes to acting, and part of acting, the first part for me is acquiring, after I read lines, I read what the character is all about, is acquiring those characteristics physically to see what it feels like as I move. So as a small example, if I'm going to play somebody who is sort of shy and you know, quiet, I would say this person is trying to sort of hide within themselves. So they're sort of like maybe shortening their existence a little bit, just, you know, making themselves as small as possible. So that becomes my first step into what the character is like. I don't usually like to model characters after character modeling. Like if another actor has done a character, I like to discover it on my own. This is the first part, that kinesthetic sort of feel. When it comes to the Chronicles of Rhea, because it is an original story, it's mine, and I wrote it, and my first idea for it is to have it written and shown on my website, because, you know, it's new, it's great to create a character from it. And Reve, I already showed you a little bit of Fleck. I'm going to show you a little bit of Reve. Reve is another one of the main characters in the story, and she is the character, the carrier of the narrative. Her life is the one that takes us through the developments and outcomes in the story, because we hear it through her. And that's another thing which I think it's more of a plot development for writing, but it's in first person, it's in present time, so we sort of feel what she's feeling in the moment, because she is the narrative of the story. She's one of the strongest characters, but also has a lot of vulnerabilities, and I wanted to show her physically so you see what I create. So I start sort of like this. I'm going to show you a little bit of the process. And this is me, you know, in my sort of starting point. I find clothes that sort of fit the character and go from there. My hair is sort of at its natural state, just blow dried. I'm gonna go from here and show you a little bit of what the process is like. I have just a couple of things that are mine. Just gonna use it. I have my scarf and my hairs. They don't leave me, they go everywhere with me because they work for so many things and so many characters that I like to do in different ways. So I'm going to show you with what I have already with my regular clothes. This is just, you know, some old pajama pants and top, and this beautiful jacket, which is one of my favorite wardrobe pieces at the moment, and my glasses, which I'm not supposed to wear for this character. I will show you a little bit of that, the process that it goes into. I have very basic makeup. These women don't wear makeup. So it's quite light and I'm actually going to make it so it looks more like the character. I'm going to show you a little bit of that and physically what she is like.